Good morning, children. Today I'll teach the student of Standard 5 subject General Science lesson 2 Human Skeletal System. Children, as in my previous video, I have taught you half of the chapter, so I'll start with the rest half now. Please take out your book. Take out page number 26. Muscles in human body. The bones cannot move by themselves. They need something to move them. So, bones cannot move by themselves. They need something to move. Muscles help them to move. What helps the bone to move? Muscles. Muscles are made of tough elastic tissues. They are attached to the bones by strong fibers called tendons. So, muscles are our tough elastic tissues and they are attached to the bones by strong fibers called tendons. Muscles can only pull a bone. They cannot push. So, muscles can only pull a bone. They cannot push. Hence, two muscles are required to move a bone in one direction. So, how many muscles are required to move a bone in one direction? Two muscles. For example, when you raise your arm, the biceps muscle contracts and pulls up the arm. When you lower the arm, the triceps muscles contracts, the biceps relax. So now, kinds of muscles. Muscles are classified into three types: voluntary, skeletal, involuntary, smooth, and cardiac muscles. So first one, voluntary muscles. Muscles which are attached to our skeleton are called voluntary muscles or skeletal muscles. What are voluntary muscles? Muscles which are attached to our skeleton. These muscles are under our control. So voluntary muscles are under our control. These muscles are present in our arms, hands and legs. Involuntary muscles. These muscles are not under our control. So which muscles are not in our control? Involuntary muscles. They are also called as smooth muscles. For example, the muscles of the stomach are not under our control. They are controlled by the brain and the spinal cord. So, stomach. This is not in our control. They are controlled by the brain and the spinal cord. Then cardiac muscle. Our heart is made up of cardiac muscles. These muscles are not attached to any bone. These muscles are also involuntary and work throughout a person's life. Now children, please take out page number 27. Now we'll learn about care of bones and muscles. To keep our bones strong, we should take food rich in calcium and phosphorus such as banana, milk, meat, fish, dairy products, oats, spinach, broccoli, egg, etc. So to keep our bones strong, we should take food rich in calcium and phosphorus such as banana, milk, meat, fish, dairy products, oats, spinach, broccoli, egg, etc. We must also do some exercise or yogasanas. These activities helps in keeping our bones and muscles in good shape. So children, we should do some exercise or yogasanas. So these activities helps in keeping our bones and muscles in good shape. We must maintain good posture while sitting, standing, etc. So while sitting, our posture should be in good and proper condition. Vitamin D helps bone to absorb calcium from the food that we eat, exposing skin to morning sunlight helps to synthesize vitamin in our body. So vitamin D helps bone to absorb calcium from the food that we eat, and most probably we should take or stand in morning sunlight, which help to synthesize vitamin in the body. Now we'll come to importance of good posture and exercises. Good posture. So what is good posture? Posture is the position our body when we sit, stand or walk. See, you can see it in the picture. Correct posture of sitting and standing must be like this. A good posture gives graceful appearance to our body. Second one, we must always sit straight, we must always stand straight and walk upright. A good posture keeps our body in proper shape. It helps us stay healthy and makes us look smart. Now exercise. Regular exercise helps to keep our muscles in good tone. So students, regular exercise, what it does? It helps to keep our muscles in good tone. It helps to keep the bones strong and helps the lungs, heart and blood vessels to function properly. So doing exercise, it keeps the bones strong and helps the lungs, heart and blood vessels to function properly. Exercise has a beneficial effect on the way fats and carbohydrates are used by the body. Exercise also helps the nervous system by supplying extra blood to the brain. So, exercise also helps the nervous system by supplying extra blood to the brain. Then, outdoor games are good for the wellness of our body and mind. So, student, outdoor games are good for wellness of our body and mind. So, we should keep our body fit and fine, doing regular exercise, taking proper care of our bones, and most of the all, sitting in a good posture brings shape to our body. So we should be careful regarding all this. Thank you.